When was the last time you were truly bored? Not scrolling, not watching, not listening to anything, just sitting with nothing. Most people can't even remember. And that's a problem because boredom might be the most powerful state your brain can enter, and we've completely lost access to it. In the early 2000s, neuroscientist Marcus Rachel made a discovery that changed how we understand the brain. He found that when people stopped doing tasks and let their minds wander when they got bored, a specific network of brain regions lit up with intense activity. He called it the default mode network. Scientists originally thought this was just background noise, the brain idling like a car engine. They were wrong. The default mode network is where your brain does its most important work. It's where you process emotions, where you consolidate memories, where you imagine the future, solve complex problems, and develop your sense of identity. Boredom doesn't switch your brain off. It switches it on to a deeper level you can't access any other way. Have you ever had your best idea in the shower? Or on a long walk? Or right before falling asleep? That's not a coincidence. Those are the moments when your default mode network finally gets space to run. A 2014 study from the University of Central Lancashire found that people who were intentionally bored before a creative task significantly outperform people who went straight into the task. Boredom forces your brain to generate its own stimulation, and that internal stimulation, that restless search for something interesting, is the exact mechanism behind creative thinking. Einstein took long walks. Newton sat under trees. Darwin had a thinking path he walked every single day. They weren't wasting time. They were doing the most important work of all. In 2014, a psychology study at the University of Virginia gave participants a choice. They could sit alone in a room with their thoughts for 15 minutes, or they could press a button that gave them a mild electric shock. 70% of men chose to shock themselves rather than sit with their own thoughts. 70%. They chose physical pain over silence. We have become so addicted to external stimulation that the absence of it feels unbearable. Every cue, every commute, every spare second, we fill it with podcasts, with reels, with music, with anything. And in doing so, we've accidentally locked ourselves out of our own minds, the place where our best ideas live, the place where we process what actually happened today, the place where we figure out who we actually are. Here's the reframe. Boredom is not a problem to be solved. It's a signal. It's your brain telling you, I'm ready. I have capacity. Give me something real to work on. Every time you reach for your phone to escape boredom, you're interrupting that signal. You're telling your brain, no, stay shallow, stay distracted, stay busy. The most creative, focused, self-aware people in the world have one thing in common. They protect their boredom. They guard the empty moments. They let the silence sit because they know what happens inside it. So here's a challenge. The next time you feel bored, don't reach for your phone. Just sit with it for 2 minutes. See what your brain does when you give it space. It might feel uncomfortable at first. It probably will, but somewhere in that discomfort is a thought you've never had before, an idea that's been waiting, a question that actually matters. Your brain has been trying to talk to you for a long time. Maybe it's time to listen. Subscribe to Brain Snap. Every week, we go deeper into the mind that shapes everything you experience. See you next time. And hey, try being bored once in a while. Your brain will thank you.